Your banker lied to you. He always advises you, which helps bank to make money, not you. Here's how he lies. That guy at your bank in the little glass office with the motivational poster behind him, who smiled, handed you a pamphlet, and told you to just keep saving in your checking account. He lied to you too. And honestly, it wasn't even personal. He was just protecting the system that pays his salary. But today that ends. Because I'm about to show you the 10 money rules that the financial industry has been hoping you never figure out. The rules that actually build wealth. The rules they don't teach in school, don't print in those free brochures at the bank, and definitely don't explain when you sign up for a savings account that earns you a whopping 0.01% interest, while they lend your money out at 24%. Yeah, let that sink in. And look, if you're watching this, you probably already know something is off. You're working, you're making money, but somehow, at the end of every month, you're looking at your bank account like, where did it all go? You want to save, but then DoorDash sends you a notification at 11 p.m., and suddenly you're ordering pad thai like a person with absolutely zero financial goals. You want to invest, but then your favorite sneaker brand drops a collab, and your brain goes, that's basically an asset, right? You want to be financially free, but you also want that new iPhone, that weekend trip, that one thing that's definitely going on sale, but you buy full price anyway because you have the patience of a golden retriever near a tennis ball. I get it. I've been there. Broke, confused, and somehow still subscribed to 4 streaming platforms I haven't opened since last March. But here's what nobody tells you, and definitely what your banker conveniently forgets to mention. Money is not complicated. People are complicated. And once you understand the 10 rules I'm about to break down, you'll look back at your old financial habits the same way you look at your 2014 Facebook photos. Embarrassed, but grateful you survived. Let's get into it. Here's the dirty secret the financial industry does not want you to know. Most people think getting rich is about earning more money. Work harder, grind more, get promoted, hustle on weekends. And sure, income matters, but you know what matters more? What you do with the money once it arrives. Because I've seen people making $15,000 a month who are completely, spectacularly broke. And I've seen people making $3,500 a month quietly building real wealth, while everyone around them is flexing rented lifestyles on Instagram. The difference isn't the income, it's the decisions. Most people think their money problem is a math problem. It's not. It's a psychology problem. It's about your habits, your beliefs, your emotional relationship with money, and your ability to delay gratification long enough to actually build something real. So today, I'm giving you 10 rules, the real rules, that will change how you think about, handle, and grow your money. And I promise to make this as entertaining as possible, because finance doesn't have to be as boring as your bank's customer service hold music. Rule number 1, spend less than you earn. Okay, I know. You're sitting there like, bro, I came here for secret knowledge, not kindergarten math. But hear me out, because knowing this rule and actually following it are 2 completely different sports played on 2 completely different planets. This is the golden rule of personal finance, the number 1 non-negotiable, carved-in-stone commandment. If your expenses are bigger than your income, it doesn't matter if you're making $50,000 or $500,000 a year. You will always be broke. Think about it like a bathtub. Your income is the faucet. Your spending is the drain. If the drain is wider than the faucet, it doesn't matter how fast the water pours in. That tub will always be empty. And nobody wants to be sitting in an empty bathtub wondering where their life went. The fix? Know your numbers. Track every single dollar for 1 month. Not forever, just 1 month. I promise you, you will find at least 3 things you're paying for that you completely forgot existed. A gym membership you haven't used since January 2nd. A subscription to some app you downloaded at 1 a.m. during a weird phase. A free trial that stopped being free 7 months ago and has been quietly draining your account ever since. Cancel them. Immediately. That's your first win, and it takes about 20 minutes. Rule number 2. Save at least 20% of your income. Saving is not glamorous. Saving does not get you TikTok views. Nobody has ever gone viral posting, transferred 20% of my paycheck to my high-yield savings account. No thoughts? Head empty. But saving is the single most boring superpower that separates people who have options from people who are one unexpected car repair away from a full-blown crisis. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. The rich save first. Then they spend what's left. The poor spend first. Then they save what's left, which is usually nothing, which is exactly why nothing ever changes. The moment your direct deposit hits, before your brain even has a chance to think, I deserve a treat, that 20% should already be gone, automatically moved into a high-yield savings account or investment account. We'll talk more about automation later, but the point is, you have to pay yourself first, before rent, before groceries, before anything. But 20% feels impossible right now. Okay, fair. Start with 5%, then 8%, then 12%. The exact percentage matters less than the habit. A river doesn't carve through solid rock by trying harder. It just keeps showing up every single day. Be the river.
Rule number 3. Invest in yourself before anything else. Let me ask you something. If you had $1,000 to invest right now, where would you put it? Stocks? Crypto? Gold? Real estate? The best investment you can make right now, today, this week, is in your own skills. Because here's the thing about stocks. They can crash. Real estate can tank. Crypto can do whatever it wants on any given Tuesday. And believe me, it will. But skills? Skills compound. Skills travel with you everywhere. Skills cannot be wiped out in a market downturn or a Fed rate hike. The person who spends $500 learning a high-income skill, copywriting, coding, video editing, sales, design, public speaking, will very likely make back 10x that investment within a year. The person who puts that same $500 into a random stock tip from some guy in a Reddit thread? We don't need to talk about that. Read books, take courses, go to workshops, find a mentor, watch educational content. Hey, like this channel. Every single hour you invest in learning is compounding in the background, quietly building a version of you that earns more, thinks sharper, and makes better decisions. That is the real alpha. Rule number 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation like it's your ex. Lifestyle inflation is sneaky. It does not knock on your door and announce itself. It slides in through the back window while you're busy celebrating a raise and posting about it on LinkedIn. Here's exactly how it works. You get a promotion. Your salary goes up by $1,500 a month. Amazing! So you upgrade your apartment. You start going to nicer restaurants. You upgrade your car. You buy better clothes. You tell yourself, I've earned this. And sure, maybe you have. But now your expenses have also gone up by $1,500 a month. So your net worth? Exactly the same. Congratulations. You are now running on a treadmill that is getting faster every year, and you're not going anywhere.
This is called lifestyle creep, and it has silently, ruthlessly destroyed the financial futures of people who, by all rights, should be rich by now. The antidote is ruthless self-awareness. Every time your income goes up, before you upgrade anything, pause and ask yourself, is this genuinely improving my life, or am I just keeping up with an image I think I need to maintain? If it's the latter, redirect that raise straight into an index fund and don't look back. Future you, the one with actual financial freedom, will throw a parade for present you. Rule number 5. Stop comparing your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Social media is a highlight reel, a very expensive, carefully curated, heavily filtered highlight reel. It is not reality. The person posting luxury vacation photos in the Maldives might be $60,000 in credit card debt. The guy with the Porsche might be leasing it on a salary that barely covers the monthly payment. The influencer with the designer wardrobe might be receiving those clothes for free as a brand deal and sending them back the next day. Financial comparison is the most dangerous game you can play with both your mental health and your bank account. Because when you compare, you never compare fairly. You compare their absolute best moments to your average random Tuesday.
And then you make genuinely terrible financial decisions trying to close a gap that was never even real. Your only real competition is who you were 12 months ago. Are you earning more, saving more, learning more, stressing less? That is the scoreboard that actually matters. Everything else is just noise. Very expensive, Instagram-filtered, FOMO-triggering noise.
Rule number 6. Buy assets, not liabilities. This one comes from Robert Kiyosaki, and it's so simple it should be illegal to not know it. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. A brand new luxury car? Liability. The second you drive it off the lot, it loses thousands in value. Then you're paying insurance, maintenance, gas, and monthly loan payments on something that is worth less every single day. A rental property? Asset. It generates income every month while ideally going up in value. Stocks that pay dividends? Asset. A side business? Asset. Developing skills that increase your earning power? Asset. That brand new gaming setup you've had in your cart for 3 weeks? I love you, but that is a liability wearing a very convincing costume. Now, I'm not saying never buy things that make life enjoyable. I'm saying understand what you're buying and be honest with yourself about it. Most people spend their entire lives accumulating liabilities and then genuinely wonder why they never feel financially ahead. Start tilting the balance. Every time you want to buy something, run it through this one question. Does this make me money or cost me money over time? Let that be your filter. Rule number 7. Learn how taxes work or watch someone else keep your money. Taxes are the only topic more aggressively avoided than a "we need to talk" text. Nobody wants to deal with them. Everyone treats learning about taxes like it's optional homework. It is not. It is absolutely, critically, expensively not optional. Here's what nobody tells you. The US tax code is packed with completely legal ways to keep significantly more of your money. 401ks, Roth IRAs, HSAs, standard deductions, itemized deductions, business expense write-offs if you're self-employed. These things exist specifically to reduce what you owe. Congress literally wrote them into law. But if you don't know about them, you just pay full price. Every year, for decades, while the person who spent a few hours learning pays significantly less on the exact same income. Legally, no drama, no risk. You don't need to become a CPA. You just need to understand the basics, how tax brackets actually work, because most people have this completely wrong, what deductions you qualify for, and how we use tax-advantaged accounts. 1 hour of learning here could save you thousands of dollars a year, every year, for the rest of your working life. That's not boring. That is the most exciting math you will ever do. Rule number 8. Automate everything. Everything. Here is a deeply uncomfortable truth that I need you to hear. You cannot fully trust yourself with money. And I say that with complete love, because I cannot fully trust myself with money either. No human really can. We are emotional, impulsive creatures who make terrible decisions when we're bored, stressed, tired, or mildly hungry. The solution is to remove yourself from the equation entirely. Set up automatic transfers the day your paycheck hits. Money goes into your high-yield savings account. Automatic. Money goes into your 401k or Roth IRA. Automatic. Bills get paid. Automatic. You never see that money sitting there, looking spendable. You never have to decide in the moment whether to save it or spend it. The decision was already made by the smarter, more disciplined version of you who set up the system. This is what genuinely wealthy people do, not because they have more willpower than you, but because they understand that willpower is a limited, unreliable resource, and a well-built system beats motivation every single time. Automation is not laziness. It is engineering your life so your future gets built on autopilot while you're busy living. Set it up once, let it run. Watch it compound quietly in the background, like the financial revenge plot it is. Rule number 9. Practice gratitude daily.
Stay with me. I promise this is about money. Okay, I know. This sounds like something that fell out of a wellness podcast. But stick with me. This one is actually backed by legitimate psychology, and it affects your finances more than you think. Gratitude is not just a vibe. It is a cognitive pattern that directly rewires how you make decisions, including financial ones. When you operate from a scarcity mindset, I never have enough, I'm always behind, everyone else has more than me, you make panicked, impulsive, emotionally driven financial decisions.
But when you operate from an abundance mindset, I have enough, I'm building steadily, I'm grateful for where I am right now, you make patient, strategic, clear-headed decisions. You save because you're not operating out of fear. You invest because you're not desperate. You don't need to buy things to feel okay because you already feel okay. Daily gratitude isn't about ignoring your problems or pretending everything is fine. It's about training your brain to stop making financial decisions from a place of panic and inadequacy. And in a country that spends billions of dollars every year specifically engineering advertisements to make you feel like you don't have enough, that mental reset is genuinely priceless. Rule number 10, give back and watch what happens. This is the rule that surprises people the most. It surprised me too. Warren Buffett has pledged 99% of his wealth to charity. Bill Gates has given away over $50 billion. These are not people who gave after they became successful as some kind of afterthought. Giving was part of the philosophy, part of the relationship with money that helped build their success in the first place. Studies consistently show that people who give regularly, money, time, energy, knowledge, report higher happiness, lower stress, and stronger social networks. And all three of those things directly impact your ability to make good financial decisions and build lasting wealth. But beyond the data, there's something that shifts internally when you give consistently. You stop seeing money as something to hoard and defend. You start seeing it as something that flows, in and out. And when you're not white-knuckling every dollar out of scarcity and fear, more tends to come in. Give what you can, where you can. Volunteer. Teach someone something you know. Donate to causes you care about. Not because you're expecting a financial return, but because it connects you to the real reason you're building wealth in the first place. Not for the money itself, but for the freedom, the security, and the ability to make a difference that money makes possible. Here's the twist that ties all 10 of these rules together. None of this is actually about money. Spend less than you earn? That's discipline. Save 20%? That's priorities. Invest in yourself? That's belief in your own potential. Avoid lifestyle inflation? That's identity. Knowing who you are outside of what you own. Stop comparing? That's self-worth. Buy assets? That's long-term thinking. Learn taxes? That's ownership. Automate? That's systems over willpower. Practice gratitude? That's mindset. Give back? That's purpose. The reason most people are stuck financially isn't a lack of information. It's that money is a mirror. It reflects your fears, your values, your relationship with your future self, and every story you believe about what you deserve. The person who masters their money is the person who has done the work to master their own psychology. And that work, it starts with rules this simple, applied consistently, over time. Start today, not Monday, not January 1st, not when things calm down. Today. Pick one rule from this list, the one that felt like it hit a little too close to home, and implement it this week. Just one. Build the habit. Then layer in the next one. Wealth is not built in a day, but it is built one decision at a time. And watching this video was already a good. Comment your favorite rule out of this 10 and tell me your personal finance problems. I will advise you for your betterment. Your banker lied to you, but now you know the truth. And if your banker, your broke cousin, or anyone else tries to tell you otherwise, just send them this video. If this helped you, drop a comment below telling me which rule hit hardest. I read every single one. Subscribe if you want more honest, No fluff money content that doesn't put you to sleep. I'll see you in the next one.